Hey there, and welcome. You know, when you think of ballroom dancing, you're probably thinking of the incredible costumes, right? The flawless moves, the total glamour of it all. But behind every perfect step and every single sequin, there's this really rich history, a story of culture, competition, and yeah, human connection. Sia, what is the story behind all that sparkle? Today, we're going to glide right past the performance and step into the history. We'll trace the journey of these dances from, these exclusive high society parties to the global sensation we all see today. All right, first things first. Where does that word ballroom even come from? Well, it's actually pretty simple. It comes from the Latin word ballare, which just means to dance. In its early days, this was the kind of thing you'd only see the privileged doing. It was a world away from the folk dances of everyday people. This was for the elite, held in these grand, beautiful ballrooms. Okay, so to really get a handle on modern ballroom, you have to know it's kind of split into two big worlds, two completely different ways of thinking about it. You've got the international style, and you've got the American style. This is the main fork in the road, and it shapes, well, pretty much everything.
And this right here really breaks it down for us. The international style, which came out of England, is all about precision, technique, discipline. The partners stay glued together in this closed frame. But then you have the American style, which is just built for fun and social flair. It allows for these open positions and breaks where the partners can separate, which gives it this flashier, more showy vibe.
So let's see how this all plays out with the actual dances. Each style gets split into two families of dance. For international, you've got the super elegant sweeping dances in standard and the fiery high-energy dances of Latin. For the American style, you have the graceful smooth category and the dynamic fun dances of rhythm. Now, you might notice some dances, like the waltz and the rumba, show up in both styles. But trust me, the way they're danced is night and day, totally different technique and feel.
To really bring this all to life, let's zoom in a bit. Let's put a spotlight on just one of these dances and really unpack the incredible story that's woven into its very steps. We're going to dive into the rumba.
Ah, the rumba. Pretty much everyone calls it the dance of love, and for good reason. It's this slow, sensual dance that isn't just about the moves. It's about telling a story of romance and connection between two people, all without saying a single word.
So how do they tell that story? Well, it all comes down to this one really unique technique. The ballroom rumba is actually an adaptation of Cuban dances. Its absolute signature move is the Cuban motion. It's this continuous, super fluid rotation of the hips in a kind of subtle figure-8 pattern. That single movement is where all the romance and expression in the dance comes from.
And you know what? The backstory of the rumba is just as dramatic and passionate as the dance itself. This is a journey that takes us from the streets of Cuba all the way to the world's biggest stages. It's quite a story.
So picture this. It's the late 1800s. The dance starts in the Afro-Cuban communities of Havana and Matanzas. It was a way for them to preserve their culture, to hold on to their heritage. Then, fast forward to the 1930s, and this one song, The Peanut Vendor, just explodes. Suddenly, the entire world has rumba fever. And by 1955, it was official. It became one of the 5 competitive international Latin dances. And this quote, wow, this gets to the absolute heart of it. UNESCO calls the rumba not just a dance, but an expression of self-esteem and resistance. For the people who created it, it was their way of saying, we are here, of building community and holding on to their identity when things were tough. It's just so much more than movement.
Okay, let's zoom back out for a second. Because this idea of dance being powerful, it isn't just about the rumba. The very act of partner dancing is just incredibly good for us, for our bodies and our minds.
I mean, the benefits are staggering. Physically, it's an amazing full-body workout. It's great for your heart, your core strength, everything. It even helps strengthen your bones. And all that work on your balance, that's going to help you in everyday life. Mentally, it's a huge stress reliever. But the really amazing part might be how it keeps your brain sharp. Learning new steps and patterns literally forces your brain to build new connections, and research shows that can help fight off cognitive decline. It's basically a workout for your brain that also helps you remember where you put your card keys.
And hey, if you're a numbers person, check this out. Just 30 minutes of Rumba can burn up to 300 calories. So you're having an absolute blast, moving to incredible music, and you're getting a killer workout at the same time. What's not to love? But look, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you're doing it to win a trophy or just to have fun on a Saturday night. It all boils down to this. Ballroom dance is a language without words. It's about leading and following, about trust, and about creating this shared moment of connection, all written in steps.
So whether it's the waltz, the tango, or the rumba, every single one of these dances has its own deep, fascinating story. The only question is, which one are you going to listen to next? Thanks so much for joining me.